The Labour Party candidate Jovan Nepal has been effectively silenced in his own constituency. Now, Jovan is standing in Clacton, which Farage is the favourite to win. He's been told by the party to essentially piss off. Labour has been accused of not putting up a fight against Nigel Farage in Clacton after the party's candidate was instructed to leave the constituency after distracting from Keir Starmer's campaign. Jovan Nepal, 27, who works for Labour's Equalities team, was installed by the party last month to contest the seat, weeks before Farage changed his mind and decided to stand in the Essex constituency. Nepal has since been seconded to the West Midlands, while the local campaign in Clacton said that it had banned from printing leaflets, blocked from using campaign software, and had access to the campaign's social media overridden with posts deleted on Twitter. Now, why would they do that? I mean, I personally think it's quite powerful to have a young black man standing against Farage. You know, this guy is on the Labour's Equalities team, and it's a stark contrast between him and Farage. Look, a divisive and, yes, I think racist member of the political establishment, ex-Tory city banker whose entire political career has been based on bashing immigration, against a young, seemingly radical person of colour. So, why has he been effectively silenced? Well, if you didn't think Keir Starmer and the Labour right are a bunch of pathetic losers already, you certainly will now. Nepal attracted attention on social media after he was photographed bumping into the Reform UK leader at an opening of a new food truck in Frinton earlier this month, with pictures going viral. A campaign source said Labour headquarters had been angry with the traction Nepal was getting. At one point, Jovan was getting more retweets than Keir Starmer. The officials were furious with him and said he was distracting from Starmer's campaign, they said. Wow. Just wow. I mean, Keir Starmer couldn't handle a young black man taking the limelight off him. So they have effectively blocked Jovan. Really, really pathetic stuff. Helena, I want to get your thoughts on this. Embarrassing. Clearly, these people have issues of insecurity, but also maybe a racist element too.
I mean, I can't necessarily claim that this might specifically be due to racist opinions for these people. It certainly is it's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. Oh, you're getting too many retweets. You're overshadowing the dear leader, Sir Keir Starmer. Well, off to the West Midlands with you, not allowed to campaign in a really important seat, by the way, in Clacton. I think actually, as far as Labour candidates that have been imposed have gone, I think he's a nice guy. I would still vote Green, but whatever. I think he's a nice guy. Like, this is really kind of, it just shows you just how pathetic the Labour right thugs are. That it's not good enough to win the election. It's not good enough to win the election in a landslide. They have to have as many eyes on who they perceive to be as their leader, as their figurehead as possible. That any amount of people below them in the hierarchy who take away from the limelight, no, that's too good. That's too much. No, sorry, we can't do that. We can't refocus the campaign away from Keir Starmer's march to number 10. Then we can indeed speak about somebody in just one constituency in the country, because it's important, I guess, that talking about the impact of trying to actually fight fascism when it comes to, not saying that Nigel Farage necessarily is one, but this nationalism that we're seeing in UK politics, he's certainly the figurehead of it, which could be the point at which that could sprout in the future. And having these campaigners on the ground is super important. Do I think the Labour Party has a problem with racism? Well, of course it does. We've all seen what's happened with all of the black members of Parliament who wouldn't give their name to Channel 4 because they thought they would lose the whip. Faiza Shaheen losing her candidacy for talking about Islamophobia in the party. And, of course, Martin Ford getting gagged, or threatened to be gagged by the Labour Party for criticising them too much after they took his report and put it in the fucking bin. So does the Labour Party have racism issues? Absolutely. Is this necessarily an instance of it? I don't know. But clearly they need to be treating the members of colour in the Labour Party with far more respect than they're treating them at the moment.
I understand why we could be hesitant to say this is specifically a racist issue, and I think that's fair, because there's not enough evidence of it. But I think it's clear, as you just pointed out, there is a big pattern of blocking people of colour. Like I said, Diane Abbott, which I know she has the whip, but let's be honest, there was a concerted effort to get rid of her. Faiza Shaheen, Martin Ford, Martin Ford obviously wasn't a candidate, but for everyone watching, most of you are aware he was commissioned to do the full report by Keir Starmer, found there was issues of anti-black racism, weaponization of anti-Semitism. There was leaked documents that showed a visceral hatred of Diane Abbott. And after, let's be honest, the leadership didn't like what they found, Martin Ford has been essentially silenced. And even he said he received emails which are almost threatening. So I think you're right. It's not just about having a Labour majority. it's about bullying these people too. Look, they're going to win. I don't know why they thought that they should get rid of Jovan. I think maybe it started off because he wrote an article saying, I'm speaking for every person of colour here, which Nigel Farage said, it's racist, but obviously not. He's a person of colour. People of colour still face institutional racism, everyday racism, and I think it's fine when a candidate says that. But of course, apparently the reason is because of tweets. It just shows how fragile these people are.
Patreon.com, Turn Left Media. Support independent media. Support social justice that's there on social media. Thank you, Turn Left.